Hello everyone, this is R.S. Miller at the endtimenews.org and today is October 17th, 2013. This is your Fast Track Report. High radiation levels detected at Fukushima after the typhoon. The operator at the damaged Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant says it has detected high levels of radioactivity in a ditch leading to the sea after Typhoon Wifa brought heavy rains. Workers at the plant are conducting daily radioactivity checks of water in the ditch. The measure is to examine the effects of contaminated water leaks from storage tanks. Officials at the Tokyo Electric Power Company say they detected 1,400 becquerels per liter of beta ray-emitting radioactive material at a measuring point 150 meters from the sea on Wednesday. The figure was more than 70 times higher than readings taken on Tuesday. It's also the highest since monitoring of the ditch was started in August. Officials say rain from the typhoon caused contaminated soil to flow into the ditch and created the high radioactivity. Radiation levels also hit high records in water samples collected Wednesday at 3 upstream points in the drainage ditch, which passes close to the storage tanks from which highly radioactive water spilled in August, with the amount of beta ray emitting radioactive substances ranging from 2,000 to 2,300 becquerels per liter. According to experts, radiation at Fukushima Daiichi is worse than feared. On October 14th, the International Atomic Energy Agency experts were on the ground trying to decide the best way to deal with the aftermath of the nuclear accident. But the situation grows increasingly tense despite all efforts by the government. Hundreds of tons of radioactive water leaked out of the reservoirs and reached the subterranean waters just days ago. It may have likewise leaked into the ocean, says an expert in nuclear physics and nuclear power generation, Igor Ostrasov, Doctor of Engineering. I am absolutely certain that the radioactive water leaks into the ocean have never stopped, because the plant molten curium is continuously cooled. The water used in the cooling is then stored in radioactive water storage tanks. A lot of radioactive water has been accumulated there to date. A lot of water is required for cooling. The tanks are actually non-durable and often overfill, resulting in overflows. But this is not reported unless a pipe burst. A state of emergency should now be declared throughout the world community. Japan needs international control. Tokyo can't manage it on its own. Whatever the world nations can offer to cope with the situation should be used, or else the northern part of the Pacific will be contaminated. Discharging radioactive water into tanks and keeping them is pointless. Japan clearly needs an immediate, extraordinary solution. Meanwhile, in other news, Debkafal's military sources reported that Egyptian Air Force F-16 fighter jets flew for the first time over the northern Sinai town of El Arish on Wednesday. They were sighted engaged in intelligence gathering and photographing sorties. Air operations so close to the Israeli border would have called for Israeli permission and liaison with the Israeli Air Force. Friends, here's a little food for thought. A natural explanation. Millions of fish in the sea turn up dead, and immediately believers say, it was God. Yet scientists, with their abundance of knowledge and doing their due diligence, discover a more natural explanation. Record numbers of manatees die in the waters off Florida, and believers say, it was God, end of the world. Yet again, scientists say it was natural, red tide, not God. But when a man takes a gun, shoots and kills someone, does anybody say it was the bullet or the gun, not the man? So the next time someone builds an unsinkable ship like the Titanic, boasting that God himself could not sink it, and then it sinks on its maiden voyage, consider the possibility that God sank the ship and his bullet was an iceberg. The moral of this story is this: just because someone can discover a natural reason for a particular event doesn't mean that it had nothing to do with God. We are living in the last days. Are you ready to meet Jesus Christ? Being saved is not about being perfect. Instead, it's about having faith that Jesus died on the cross for our sins so that we wouldn't have to pay the penalty. And in that day, when we stand before God, he will see us as righteous and not as we truly are, because Jesus Christ paid the price as the sacrificial lamb. If you have a desire to give your life to the Lord and be assured of eternal salvation, then follow the link in the box below and pray the prayer with all sincerity, and you will be saved. May God bless you.